hey, this is weird, but I also am happy to be here. So I had a shower thought, and I was like, what if we did Abhyanga together? Because I spend all day doing this for other people, and then ideally I come home and I do this for myself. And I want everyone to do this at home because there's so much medicine in this practice. And, you know, we have yoga videos. Why not self-massage videos? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous about being live because I don't know. It's a little late. But I need to bring myself to this practice, and I've been really scattered. My husband and I are going through a move, which is really exciting, but I have been really pulled outside of my practices. I had to take a night for myself tonight and just come back home to myself. So this is one of those practices that always helps me do that. And I figured maybe this accountability piece of having you, whoever you are, here would help me, but also my phone storage is very low, so maybe I can do this here and that'll be better, because I can't be taking any more videos. So let's see. I don't even know if this is gonna happen. The grid is going down with this heat. We're having craziness, transformers exploding, power lines on fire, people shooting each other and being mean. It brings out a lot of the friction and the anger pitta season. Isn't that crazy? It's like they knew. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm actually gonna scoot my towels towards me because I like where we're at currently, because we're gonna start with the face. So you can grab whatever oil you want, honestly. It doesn't really matter to me. That is neither here nor there. I would rather you practice this than not practice this, and so I'm not even going to tell you what I'm using. But if you want to know, just kidding. But no, I will tell you if this does end up getting posted. But for now, we're just grabbing any old oil you want, okay? Take some time to set your space if you haven't done that already. Just in case you're tuning in now, this is Abhyanga with Ava. Abhyanga means oil massage, so get in your clothes that are okay to be oily. This is my little oil dress, okay? I have many oil clothes. Practicing Abhyanga requires a new wardrobe, my love. It is called grease. Okay, I'm moving on because I actually already did my face, but we're gonna start with the face, okay? So we're gonna warm up the oil a little bit, and I don't wanna get too finicky with you. This is a video after all, so you're watching me, and you can mirror me if you want, but I'm not gonna get too specific here. We're just really working this oil into your face. It should feel good. If you wanna spend some time working your jaw, maybe we do that. I like to do little circles over my jaw, and right away we can start to deepen our breathing because it's gonna happen. We are totally relaxing the lips, the tongue. We're gonna bring it on down if it feels good, kind of just massaging, not directly on the vocal cords here, but just along the sides, kind of with a little Mr. Krabs grip. Very, very gentle. Taking a deep breath in and a long exhale. Just in case you just joined, you missed a lot. I'm just kidding. This is Abhyanga. So if you're not in a space to practice this, that's okay. But it would be cool if you were, because otherwise I'm just here massaging myself in front of you, and that's a little weird. So don't you think you should join me? I think you do. I think you should. All right. So we're going to town on the cheeks. not those cheeks. And we're stimulating the vagus nerve here with a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Maybe bring it back up to the forehead. I like to take some small circles here. What's up, everyone? And then pulling down. Again, take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Again, really stimulating the vagus nerve. I'm going to bring it down to my shoulders. Again, deep breath in and a long exhale. I'm literally just doing like circles. I do this all day. I'm like, I should probably explain. I'm literally just doing circles, guys. But no, I really am. I have a very firm grip. All 4 of my fingers are together, and I'm just circling very gently, but also, you know, dig in there if it feels good. If you need more oil, please go get more oil. Abhyanga means oil massage, so get some more oil. And fun fact, as we replenish and warm between our hands, then we're going to move to our chest, okay? Feels nice, right over the heart space. It's okay, Ava. We all make mistakes. Just mirroring me or doing what feels right, honestly. Like, don't just do what I'm doing. The word for oil in Ayurveda is sneha, which also translates from Sanskrit into English as love. So this is the ultimate self-love practice. Gonna get a little bit more oil and we're gonna start working on the shoulders, okay? If you're a little behind, that's okay. You do not have to be doing this at the same speed that I am. If you're already ahead of me, that's great. But really, what we're doing here is we're just working the oil in, upper arm, up to the shoulder. So I do towards the heart. Different lineages will practice different things, but I also come from a massage therapy trained background. And so that influences my Abhyanga practice, and I do towards the heart as I learned in school. If someone had like a lot of heart strain, that might not be the best, but you know, practice this in a way that makes you feel safe, okay? Touch should be consensual, and Abhyanga should be safe. Right, Jerry? Yes, okay, so we're just moving up towards the heart, okay? We'll be getting to the shoulder again. And then around the joints. So around the elbows, we're kind of moving in circles. I'm doing kind of like the one motion I'm doing is front to back, okay? This is gold, okay? So if you're with me, front to back, and then we're gonna move up and down as we go front to back, okay? So front, back. Well, I'm really twisting away from me, to me, pushing up away, pushing down. You got it. Dirty girl. Other one. Just do whatever you want, okay? Just get it in the friggin' joints. Just get it in the friggin' joints. I don't care what you're doing. Forearm. Oh, gosh. This is so funny. So funny to me. I'm doing the same motion here. So we're I'm like pushing and then pulling. Pushing and pulling. And then same thing around the wrist, circle around the wrist. And make sure your cat doesn't fall through the portal. Mister, I got oil. The culprit. Okay, we're gonna keep going. He just wants, sorry everybody. Woo. He just wants out of here. I'm feeling good, Okay, this is what Abhyanga does to you. I'm feeling really good, you guys. I'm feeling better than I felt at the beginning of all of this shenanigans. I'm just moving to my other arm now, okay? So I'm sorry that I'm kind of leaving you hanging. I'm just letting you do whatever you want. But we're gonna keep going. Wrist. You're following along beautifully. Just beautifully. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I know that you're doing a wonderful job. And you know why? Because I'm feeling good. And that's trust. That's trust right there. I'm feeling good. You're feeling good. All right, so if I wasn't on camera, I would be doing a couple of things. We can do lymph work here into the armpits. That's really important, okay? This. We want to be doing this. Again, it's just kind of like a pulling motion gently. I'm not digging in. I'm really just, it's traction, some friction here. Gentle friction, loving friction. We're just pulling our arm, or our hand rather, and kind of hooking into this area. And so there's just pressure. I'm not even pushing. I'm using my own body weight. I'm turning outward as I use this medial hand here to kind of just push here. If it feels good, you can kind of just, again, kind of like you're trying to turn your own rib cage to the side while you're moving externally with the other arm, okay? Micro. This is the kind of pressure, this is the kind of action that we're after for the lymph, okay? So that's really important. And then we do a breast massage. I'm not gonna do that on camera for obvious reasons. Namely, I'm not getting paid, okay? Then we're gonna move to the back. This is a really important area to get into. This is the subscapular region, okay? This area, especially when it's really cold outside and the flu's going around, everyone's getting a cough, everyone's getting a chill, everyone's getting that bone fatigue. This is where you want it. So Vata season, namely. We're not quite there yet, but this area also holds a lot of heat, a lot of frustration and anger and shame. Yeah, it's too much for one to carry. So we work it out. Hopefully you can reach, but if you can't, it's okay. Don't worry. It's just one spot. It's just one practice. You'll be okay. We'll all be okay. Do what you can, okay? But we're working in here. If we have the flexibility, if we have the core strength and the back muscles to do this, it's a lot, actually. Am I working too hard? Maybe I am. All right, we're gonna call it there. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to some other things, namely the lower body. But again, pause here. If I weren't in front of a camera, I would be doing stomach massage, but I'm in a little dress, so really nice clockwise abdominal work is good. We like that. And then I would also even get my glutes, I'd get my low back and my sacrum, really work the oil in there, especially if you're going through some changes in whatever way. If you're feeling stressed or anxious, that's a really, really good place to work into. The seat of Vata dosha is in the sacrum and the pelvic region and the lower body, and so any focus we can give to that area, I mean, my anxiety always, it says never mind, and it leaves the building. Because again, we're spreading this oil, this sneha, this love. So we're working the legs now, in case you didn't notice, because I'm not actually on camera. And we're just gonna be moving up the thighs, the inner thighs, really, really important. And I'm just kind of pulling towards myself. I've been talking for a minute, so I'm just gonna breathe deep. We're moving from the knee towards the glutes, the pelvis, the hip creases. Just nice gentle pulling from the knee. And then when we get to the knee, again, lots of oil, we're gonna do clockwise circles around the knee and around the back of the knee as well, okay? So let's take a couple of breaths just working on this upper thigh, upper leg, and working on the knee. Breathing deep. Really releasing tension in the hip. Softening the inner thighs. This is really hard work. I was just speaking with a client earlier today about how much we carry in the lower body, and it's really a vulnerable place to be. So if you're noticing resistance, it's okay. You're not alone. Just breathe into it. Deep breath in. And long breath out. Okay, we're going to come back to the knee. Circles around the knee. Circles around the knee. And then we're going to finish off the leg with the calf, a little more oil. Okay. This is great. Okay, so again, just pulling towards yourself. I'm kind of doing a little, I don't know, a little what? I'm starting at the ankle, gripping at my ankle, and just kind of pulling towards me, grabbing with my other hand. When my one gets to the knee, I then grab the ankle with the other, start pulling, and then set back up. If you can, relax your leg while you're doing this. That's wonderful. Like your hip crease, I mean. This feels so good because like my calf is completely relaxed, but it's the hip crease that's holding it up, so you gotta have some hip strength. Or maybe if you have like a pillow, or you can prop this leg up on the end of your bed, okay? Mine is over here, and I'm not about to swing open, but just imagine your bed was right here, and just relax, let this whole leg go, okay? We want this to feel really, really nourishing. We don't want you to be working hard. All right, I'm gonna save the feet for last, so we're gonna move over onto the other side. Take a drink of water if you need. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Okay. And more oil. We're gonna do, also in case anyone's getting scared, I got shorts on, okay? We're prepped. We've got the oil dress and the oil shorts, and we're working the other leg. Again, if I were doing this in the comfort of my own home, uncameraed, we would be really pulling this up, working into the glute, working into the sacrum, okay? Feel good. Pulling, relaxing this hip as best as you can as you just pull. One of my favorite things to do is like, okay, so we're getting the 4 fingers on each side under the knee, okay? And just leave the thumbs out, little cow action. And we're just holding those 4 fingers under that knee. Let that leg go, okay? You're holding yourself up with one side of the body, but you're really releasing here, okay? Let this leg be heavy, and then you're going to slowly keep your fingers firm where they are, the back of your knee, and let your fingers slowly slide up the back of your leg, so you're feeling that in the hamstrings. And you should have enough oil to where this doesn't feel uncomfortable. This should feel effortless. We're using a lot of oil. I don't know if I made that clear, but if you've gotten this far and it's been a struggle, more oil next time. You got it. Okay, so we're just pulling, or letting gravity do the work, really, as we bring our hands towards ourselves, and we're working our way up the back of the leg towards the gluteal fold. Okay, maybe practice that a couple times, and then we're going to do circles at the knee. My old friend. Circles at the knee, circles at the knee. I do hope this video can save. See, I'm doing this live because I have no storage on my phone, which, if you're watching the recorded version of this, you probably already heard me say that. So this is really only relevant if you're live with me. That's okay. I just really don't have phone storage. It's a real problem. Does anyone, like, it's bad. I just need to, like, complain about it for a little bit. It's as a creative, we need more. And we need more for free. Okay? Working the calves. Again, relaxing that leg, relaxing that hip crease. Boom, 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 boom. Sing a little song. Make it in rhythm. Ba-da, 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 ba, ba-da, ba. Have a moment with your leg. It's okay. It's not wrong. It's your leg. All right, so we are really getting in this side. This one feels good. For me, this is the leg that has to do a lot of heavy lifting. So I'm also gonna get into the shin. 4 fingers, again, I'm pulling towards myself with this hand and just letting it slide all the way up, okay? It's gravity, it's traction, and lots of oil for the 3rd time. You need lots of oil. It's Abhyanga, it's oil massage. Kikrushka, okay? We're almost done. We're just gonna do the feet now, okay? So, if you're just joining us, this is Abhyanga with Ava. Thanks for watching, guys. It's time for the feet. Grab your oil, okay? This is arguably the best part. All right, I love foot massage. And right before bed, it's especially juicy, okay? So, here's what we're gonna do. Massage your foot. Get totally oiled up in your foot. I don't want any nook or cranny unoiled. Not a one, okay? So, this would be easier if it was easier, but it's not. So we're just gonna, again, I have shorts on. We're gonna get in between every toe. Every single toe needs its own massage between them, okay? And we're gonna be working the bottom of the foot in here. Yeah. Pull down the foot, and then we're gonna get this is the sacral low back region of the foot. This is my favorite place to work, and it puts people to sleep like nobody's business. I swear, I pull from up here down through the middle, and then I really get in at the base. And you know what this does? I'm gonna tell you. You keep working, honey. It's okay. Keep going. But I'm gonna tell you something. The heel of the foot, it is vata grounding like nobody's business. And people fall asleep, and I get in here and I fall asleep, and we're missing out. We're missing this heel action. I like to do this thing where I I don't even know how to describe it. I'm moving my fingers up and around and down, up and around and down, okay? But my whole hand is following suit, up and around and down. So I get the palm on the bottom of my heel. It's nice and warm, it's nourishing. And then we can pull up the ankle, kind of do, we want the sides of the ankle, so around, pulling towards me, around, pulling towards me, okay? And then working up the leg. In between the toes, you wanna get up the front of the toe, the foot, the front of the toes for sure, okay? Next foot, keep going if it feels good. But we're gonna do this next one, okay? And I just want you to feel into it. I'm massaging my foot with you. Keep going, it's okay. I know you can't see it, but it's happening. And we're in this together. And the thing about Abhyanga, it protects you from the outside world. Gives you this juicy outer coating, okay? They did a study. I gotta find this study. But they did a study. Abhyanga, the oil protective layer on your skin, did a better job protecting people in airports from dirty airport bathroom bacteria from the toilet seat than the liners did. Those liners don't do anything. But Abhyanga, it is lipid love. It is this hug for you and also to protect you. That's also for you, but it nourishes you inwardly, but then it holds you in and it says, no, thank you to whatever is not meant for you, okay? And you feel that on a physiological level. You feel it in your spirit. Like, I feel so protected and so comforted after this practice. And that's why it's really, really recommended for Vata and Pitta imbalances. But like, Vata imbalance being if you're really anxious, if you can't sleep, if you're overwhelmed in a sense that you're scared. Overwhelmed for Pitta is like you can't stop doing things. It's that like high functioning, burnt out person. That's a Pitta. That needs soothing, sweet nourishment, which oil is. It's the mother medicine in a lot of ways. Anyway, we're done. By now, I hope that you have Abhyanga'd from head to toe. We didn't do our head, but if you want, now is a great time because we are oiled. This practice is best done right before you hop in the shower. You can let the oil just kind of wash off of you and just dab a towel for whatever is left over afterwards. But sometimes I do this after I shower, like right now, tonight. I showered first because I was so sweaty from this crazy heat wave coming through here in Cleveland, and it's so humid that my sweat isn't evaporating off of my body, and so I have all of this salt on my body, and that's quite dehydrating. So hence my electrolyte beverage. This is some lime, some sea salt, some maple syrup, some water, and some Pedialyte. We had leftover Pedialyte from a trip we took, so I threw that in my cocktail. So make sure you hydrate. It's a cliche for a reason, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I already showered, like I said, so I'm just gonna kind of use a towel to get the excess off, and I'm gonna hop into bed and I'm gonna sleep like a baby and wake up feeling so good tomorrow. So like I said, hopefully this video saves. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna try to save it so I can reshare it so that you can actually follow along with me if you didn't get the chance to, so you can really sit with this. Hopefully practice it more than once. Again, we have yoga videos, but we don't have Abhyanga videos. So let this be your one to return to once a week if you can. Maybe twice a week. If you're doing every day, you can have my job. All right, guys. Have a good night. If I can figure out how to stop this.